other reason that I let me flip back one more, that I chose him, not just because he's my husband and I love him, and he's my best friend, but truly, he is the kind of guy, the kind of person, when we ask for commitment, he would never ask me to turn around. He would never say to me halfway up the mountain, this is nuts. You know what, you've done this before, let's not go any farther. Let's cruise down the catwalk this way and do something else. He would never ask me to do that because it's not how he's wired. And I would suggest to you to surround yourself with people that push you up the mountain, that are committed people like that don't want to see you turn around and wouldn't ask you to turn around. And one thing that we're going to do for you when we're here is we're going to get you up that mountain. We are not going to let you turn around or ask you to turn around, and you'll do it at your own pace in something that feels maybe a little uncomfortable. Uncomfortable is not a bad thing, but we're going to get you up that mountain. Because we're going to create habits, and what we're going to do is just replace some bad habits with good habits. Piece of cake, right? We're going to get rid of some of the stuff that maybe we're used to doing and replace it with some things that just feel better and make us better. The brushing the teeth up there, I mean, we didn't come out of the womb brushing our teeth. We decided life is better with good breath, right? Brushing the teeth is not that fun. We just do it. We created a habit, okay? Go ahead and mess with these. When we talk about some of this and making change, it's challenging sometimes. And you know, we do have habits, and we have reasons that we stay with the same behaviors. And I grew up moving a lot. And my worst move, I can tell you this, you know when they say, the sure things are taxes and death, the other sure thing I think is like girls at that age is another sure thing. And we all have young girls. And I moved in 8th grade from Illinois to Richmond, Virginia. And 8th grade's a tough time to move for a girl in particular. And I moved a lot before, but this was really my worst one. And I kept sitting at the lunch table. I hated lunch because I would sit alone. And nobody wanted to befriend the new girl at that time, so I just hated lunch. And so I would sit down at lunch, and my mom was much more sympathetic, so I would go home and cry to my mom. Nobody sits with me at lunch. Nobody sits with me at lunch. So then one night I'm sitting on the stairs, and I'm eavesdropping, her talking to my dad. And she said, nobody's sitting with her at lunch, Dave. You know, and she's upset, and I'm thinking, he goes, I'll take care of it. I'm thinking, dude, maybe move it back. I'm out of here. You know, this is honestly, he's taking care of this. It was his job we came out here for. So the next morning he said to me, what are you waiting for? And I said, what do you mean? He goes, they have friends. You don't have friends. Are you waiting for one of them to come over here? Because it's supply and demand. He's a business guy. They have friends. You don't. Make a move. Make a move. What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for one of them to come to sit over here? Or can you just go sit down at the table? 3 or 4 days it might be uncomfortable. What are you waiting for? Make a move. Do you want friends? So I sat down at the table and I made some friends. It was in my way. I was waiting for somebody else to do something for me that maybe wasn't going to happen or happen when I wanted it to. When you think about your mental wellness and your physical wellness and some of the things you're not doing, what's in your way? What are you waiting for? And that's one of the things during the 6 weeks. Think about, what is it that's in your way? Because there's always something. There's always something in our way. And sometimes it's the simplest thing. It's uncomfortable, but it's simple. I want you to think about what is possible rather than what's probable, right? Probably actually can be really good. I mean, probably today I'm going to have a great day. I'm probably going to go home after this and get myself packed and get on this plane, and it's probably going to get there safely. A horrible flyer, I can't even do this. But when you think, well, what's possible today? No. What's possible with TEAMfit? I probably will do some of the classes. I'll probably cheat a little on the nutrition. But possibly I won't. You know? And so if we think possible rather than probable, I think that that's very freeing. And that's the power of where you can lend into your team a little bit. You know, because even the power of this team, this is I do some national fitness presenting. And I train group instructors in various formats. This is Callie right here. So this was a training where we did just to be better in our field, if you will. And the power of this team, these people were with me all weekend long, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, working out, lecturing, blah, 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 blah. Can you feel the energy in this room? Because when you're in a room like that with people that are taxing themselves to the nth degree, you feel the energy. And one of the first things that I say to the group is, you have an obligation to share good energy for the weekend, because we're all sharing this space. And it's going to get tough. And it's going to get tiring. And it might even get a little boring. Just don't tell me if the lecture's boring. But in your mind, you might be thinking, I don't like this. But it's an obligation to share your good energy, your passion. And what I tell people is that when we're in this team environment and we're choosing to share the energy of the space, if we choose to share our bad days, because we all have bad days, don't we? Some days suck. They do. And it's okay to have a bad day. But the difference about somebody who has passion with a bad day, you know, how's your day? You know, it's not great. Tomorrow's going to be better. I'm gonna get through this bad boy. The difference is I'm not telling you all day long how bad my day is. Because I don't want your bad day. I'll get you a cup of coffee. I'll help you out if I can, but I don't want your bad day, and neither does anybody else in this room. And when we think of those are mentally fit people. Mentally fit people can have a bad day and not share it with everybody else, right? So when we talk about the power of the team, we want to talk about passion. The beauty of passion is it's transferable. Directed passion enables you to realize potential, and personal potential is our goal, right? Honoring our personal potential. That is your goal. TEAMfit will provide you a map, encouragement, inspiration, challenge, and we're going to be honest with you. And we hope that we earn our honesty, our privilege of being honest with you through trust and respect over the next 6 weeks. The privilege of delivering uncomfortable information is earned through trust and respect. Don't you think? You have to have somebody who you know has your back. It's happened to me. Who's told me something I didn't really want to hear. I knew it was true. Become accountable, and you're better for it. Kindness is not weakness, right? You can deliver that kindly, but it doesn't mean weakness. And that might be part of this journey of the next 6 weeks. You might feel a little uncomfortable. When I worked with my speaking coach, she said, as I finished, she said, the first time, she said, well, what can you handle? How good do you want to be? I want to be really good. She said, do you trust me? I said, I do. She didn't ask me if I liked her, if I was her friend. Do you trust me? I thought, geez, was it that bad? Did it not? But she had to deliver because, you know, speaking is pretty personal. You know, I'm the one up here. It goes down to you do this too much, or your shirt's too low, or, you know. I felt a little low, too, actually. I actually told these guys, I'm like, here, my shirt's too low. That's what you know. Anyway, so we're going to deliver some information to you, but know that it comes from a really good place of trust and respect. I'm going to do one yoga pose for you. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2, right here. We say look to the back, look back, this is your past, these fingers right here. This is your core, this is your center, look to the future.